Welcome back to SwitchTop. I'm here with something special today. The top 20 perfect 10/10 games on Nintendo Switch. These aren't just good games, they're masterpieces that changed how I see gaming. Every single one earned a perfect score from me, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Let's jump right in. Portal Companion Collection. Portal gives you a portal gun that creates doorways through walls. Sounds simple, but it's pure genius. You play as Chell, trapped in a lab by an evil AI called GLaDOS who puts you through deadly puzzle rooms. The story unfolds through GLaDOS' sarcastic comments as you slowly realize this place isn't what it seems. The puzzles start easy, but get crazy hard, making you think about space in totally new ways. You'll use momentum, gravity, and creative thinking to escape each room. Portal 2 adds gel that makes you bounce or run super fast, plus a co-op mode that's incredible with friends. Both games are short but perfect, no wasted moments, just pure puzzle perfection that will blow your mind. Divinity, Original Sin 2, Definitive Edition. This is the deepest RPG on Switch, where literally everything you do matters. You start as a prisoner with magical powers, trying to become a god while an ancient evil threatens the world. The turn-based combat lets you combine elements in crazy ways, electrify water to shock enemies, or use teleportation spells to drop foes off cliffs. You can play as different races with unique stories, and your choices completely change the game. Want to kill every NPC? You can do that. Want to talk your way out of every fight? That works too. The writing is incredible, with 4-player co-op where you can actually argue with your friends during conversations. It's like playing D&D, but even better, with hundreds of hours of content that never gets boring. Undertale looks like an old-school RPG, but completely flips the genre on its head. You play as a human child who falls into a world of monsters trying to get back home. Here's the twist: you don't have to kill anyone. Every enemy can be spared through talking, complimenting, or creative solutions. The turn-based combat becomes a bullet hell mini-game where you dodge attacks by moving a heart around the screen. But the real magic is how the game remembers everything you do. Kill someone? Characters will remember. Spare everyone? The story changes completely. The writing is hilarious and heartbreaking, with characters like Sans the Skeleton who breaks the fourth wall. Multiple playthroughs reveal entirely different stories. It's short but unforgettable, a game that made me rethink what RPGs could be.
Get to test out my glove. Snowdrake. Attack 12, defense 7. He's a comedian.
Bayonetta 2 is pure action perfection. You play as a witch with guns on her feet and hair that turns into demons, fighting angels in the most over-the-top battles ever created. The story involves time travel, parallel dimensions, and saving your friend from hell. It's bonkers in the best way. Combat is all about timing dodges perfectly to trigger witch time, slowing down enemies so you can unleash devastating combos. You can transform into a panther to run up walls, turn your hair into giant fists, or summon massive demons for finishing moves. The game throws boss fights the size of buildings at you regularly, and somehow they just keep getting crazier. It runs perfectly on Switch with smooth 60 FPS combat that feels incredible in handheld mode. Pure stylish action that never stops being awesome.
Got you. Is that all you've got?
Dragon Quest XI-S. This is the perfect traditional JRPG that proves turn-based combat still works amazingly well. You play as the Luminary, a hero marked by destiny who must save the world from an ancient evil called Kalastras. The story starts simple but gets surprisingly deep, with amazing character development and plot twists that hit hard. Combat lets you move around freely during battles, and you can switch between 2D and 3D modes anytime. The 2D mode is like playing a classic 16-bit game. Your party members each have unique skills and personalities, from the thief Eric to the magical Veronica. The world is massive, filled with side quests that actually matter and towns full of interesting people, with voice acting, gorgeous visuals, and a story that took me over 100 hours to complete. It's the JRPG I always dreamed of.
Fight and fight some more!
Monster Hunter Rise makes the complex series finally click for everyone. You're a hunter in a Japanese-inspired village, protecting it from massive monsters using oversized weapons. The wirebug system lets you zip around maps like Spider-Man, making movement feel incredible, and adding vertical attacks to combat. Each of the 14 weapon types plays completely differently. Great swords hit like trucks, dual blades are lightning fast, and hunting horns buff your team with music. You track monsters, learn their patterns, then craft better gear from their parts to hunt even bigger beasts. The Palamute dog companions let you ride into battle, while Palico cats provide support. Multiplayer hunts with friends are pure joy as you work together to take down dragons. It's endlessly addictive with hundreds of hours of content and free updates that keep adding more monsters to hunt. Celeste is about climbing a mountain, but it's really about overcoming your inner demons. You play as Madeline, dealing with anxiety and self-doubt, represented by a dark version of herself. The platforming is pixel perfect. You can run, jump, climb walls briefly, and air dash once before touching ground again. Those simple mechanics create incredibly challenging levels that require precise timing and creative solutions. What makes it special is how the difficulty serves the story. Struggling with hard platforming mirrors Madeline's internal struggle. The assist options let anyone experience the story, while optional B-sides provide brutal challenges for experts. Every death respawns you instantly, encouraging you to keep trying. The soundtrack is absolutely beautiful, and the pixel art brings real emotion to the characters. It's challenging, but never unfair, creating one of gaming's most powerful stories about mental health. Hollow Knight is the best Metroidvania ever made, combining Dark Souls difficulty with incredible exploration. You play as a silent knight exploring the ruined kingdom of Hallownest, slowly uncovering why this once great civilization fell to a mysterious infection. Combat uses a simple nail, sword, that you upgrade throughout your journey, along with magic spells powered by soul you gain from hitting enemies. The world is massive and interconnected, with new abilities like wall jumping and dashing, opening up previously unreachable areas. The charm system lets you customize your playstyle with 40+ different upgrades you can mix and match. Boss fights are epic and challenging, requiring you to learn patterns and react perfectly. The hand-drawn art is stunning, and the soundtrack creates an incredible atmosphere. With multiple endings and secret areas everywhere, it kept me exploring for 60+ hours and still finding new surprises. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is pure emotional platforming perfection. You play as Ori, a forest spirit trying to save their friend Ku and restore the dying land of Niwen. The story deals with themes of friendship, sacrifice, and growing up, told mostly without words, but hitting incredibly hard. Movement feels like floating on air. Ori can run, jump, glide, and eventually gain abilities like bashing off projectiles and grappling with spirit flames. Combat evolved from the first game with a weapon system that lets you use swords, bows, and magic spells. The hand-painted visuals are breathtaking, creating one of the most beautiful games ever made. Puzzle platforming sections require creative use of your abilities, while chase sequences provide heart-pounding excitement. The soundtrack will make you cry. It's that good. Every moment feels crafted with love, creating an unforgettable adventure that proves games are art. Dead Cells is the perfect roguelike that completely changed how I see the genre. You play as a blob of cells controlling a prisoner's body, fighting through a constantly changing island prison. Every run is different because levels are randomly generated, but your skills and knowledge carry over between attempts. Combat is incredibly fast and fluid. You can roll, jump, and attack with dozens of different weapons that all feel unique. The progression system is genius. You unlock new weapons and abilities permanently, but each run starts you from scratch, keeping things fresh. Parrying and dodging at the perfect moment feels amazing, and boss fights are intense tests of everything you've learned. The pixel art is gorgeous with smooth animations, and the metal soundtrack pumps you up for battle. After hundreds of hours, I still discover new weapon combinations and strategies. It's endlessly replayable perfection that never gets old. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door brings the beloved GameCube classic to Switch with all its charm intact. You play as Mario in a paper world, searching for crystal stars to open the legendary Thousand-Year Door before an evil organization gets there first. The turn-based combat uses timed button presses to boost attacks and reduce damage, making every battle engaging instead of boring. Your partners like Gumbella and Koops each have unique abilities both in combat and exploration. You'll need them to solve puzzles and reach new areas. The story gets surprisingly dark and complex for a Mario game, with memorable characters and plot twists that actually matter. Each chapter takes you to completely different locations with their own stories, from a wrestling arena to a spooky forest. The writing is genuinely funny with great dialogue that had me laughing out loud. It's everything a Paper Mario game should be. Mario Kart 8. Deluxe is the ultimate kart racing game that never gets old. You race as your favorite Nintendo characters on crazy tracks that twist upside down and through anti-gravity sections where you drive on walls and ceilings. The item system creates perfect chaos. Blue shells hunt down first place while banana peels and green shells cause mayhem behind you. What makes this special is how it balances skill and luck perfectly. Good players usually win, but anyone can get lucky and steal victory at the last second. The track design is incredible, from classic courses like Rainbow Road to new favorites like Mount Wario. Battle mode got completely redone with actual arenas and fun game types like Balloon Battle. With 48 tracks total including DLC, 4-player split screen, and online play for 12 racers, it's endless fun whether you're playing solo or with friends. Pure arcade racing perfection. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom takes everything great about Breath of the Wild and adds mind-blowing building mechanics that change everything. Link returns to save Hyrule again, but this time the world has 3 layers: Sky Islands above, the surface, and deep underground caverns below. The new abilities are game changers. Ultra Hand lets you stick objects together to build vehicles, bridges, and crazy contraptions, while Fuse lets you attach items to weapons and shields for unique effects. Ascend lets you phase through ceilings, and Recall reverses time on objects. These powers create unlimited creative solutions to every problem. Want to build a flying machine? Go for it. Need to cross a gap, build a bridge, or make a rocket-powered cart? The physics system works perfectly, making every wild idea possible. The story involves Link and Zelda discovering an ancient threat beneath Hyrule Castle, leading to an epic adventure across the expanded world. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the perfect ending to one of gaming's greatest JRPG trilogies. 6 soldiers from warring nations discover their world is built on lies and team up to break an endless cycle of conflict. The real-time combat system lets you control one character while AI handles the others, building up to devastating chain attacks that can deal millions of damage. You can change classes freely, learning abilities from each job to customize your perfect build. The world is absolutely massive, with incredible environments that make you stop just to admire the view. What makes this special is how it handles serious themes like war, mortality, and finding purpose in life through genuinely emotional storytelling. The voice acting is outstanding, bringing complex characters to life over a 100+ hour adventure. Boss fights are epic spectacles with amazing music that gets your heart racing. It's a masterpiece that proves JRPGs can still tell incredible stories. Super Mario Bros. Wonder completely reinvents 2D Mario with the wildest power-up ever created. Wonder Seeds that transform levels in impossible ways. You're in the Flower Kingdom helping Prince Florian stop Bowser from taking over using Wonder Power. Each Wonder effect is a surprise that changes everything. You might become a Goomba, the level could turn into a rhythm game, or Pipes might grow legs and start walking around. The Elephant power-up lets you smash blocks with your trunk and spray water, while other new abilities keep things fresh. You can play as different characters, including Yoshi and new additions like Nabbit, who can't get hurt, making it perfect for players of all skill levels. The badge system adds special abilities like wall jumping, or starting with power-ups. With beautiful hand-drawn animation and creative level design that constantly surprises you, it proves 2D Mario still has new tricks after 40 years.
Quantas que andam? Pode isso? Quase tão estranho quanto planos que falam.
Metroid Prime Remastered brings the GameCube masterpiece to Switch with stunning visual upgrades and perfect controls. You play as bounty hunter Samus Aran, exploring the mysterious planet Talon 4, uncovering the tragic story of the Chozo civilization and the dangerous phase on corruption. This is a first-person adventure that focuses on exploration and puzzle solving more than shooting. You'll scan everything to learn the planet's history while gaining new abilities like the Morph Ball, Space Jump, and various beam weapons that open up new areas. The interconnected world design is brilliant. You'll constantly backtrack to previous areas with new abilities to reach places you couldn't before. Boss fights are incredible challenges that test everything you've learned. The atmosphere is perfect, creating a sense of isolation and mystery that keeps you hooked. With motion controls, traditional controls, and hybrid options, everyone can play comfortably. It's proof that old games can feel completely modern with the right treatment. Hades is the perfect roguelike that makes dying fun instead of frustrating. You play as Zagreus, son of Hades, trying to escape the underworld to find your missing mother. Every death sends you back to start, but the story continues. You'll have new conversations with the colorful cast of Greek gods and mythological figures, slowly uncovering family secrets and building relationships. Combat is fast and fluid with 4 different weapons that completely change your playstyle. During each run, you'll get boons from Olympian gods that modify your abilities in powerful ways. Zeus adds lightning, Poseidon gives knockback effects, and Aphrodite makes enemies weak. The permanent progression system means you're always getting stronger even after failed runs. What makes this special is how it integrates story with gameplay perfectly. Every death advances the narrative instead of stopping it. The voice acting is incredible, and the art style brings Greek mythology to life beautifully.
You wanna die again?
Persona 5 Royal is the ultimate edition of one of gaming's most stylish JRPGs, and it runs perfectly on Switch. You play as a high school student who gains the power to enter people's twisted desires and steal their corrupted hearts, reforming evil adults who abuse their power. The game splits time between dungeon crawling through palaces filled with enemies called shadows and living daily life in Tokyo, building relationships, studying, working part-time jobs, and hanging out with friends. Turn-based combat focuses on exploiting enemy weaknesses to get extra turns, creating strategic battles that stay engaging for over 100 hours. The Confidant system rewards building relationships with party members and NPCs, unlocking powerful abilities and deeper character development. The story tackles serious issues like corruption, abuse, and societal problems through compelling characters and mature themes. With incredible jazz fusion music, stylish anime visuals, and the deepest social simulation ever created, it's a masterpiece that respects your time and intelligence.
Persona! Something isn't working! Crow's got some moves! Enemy is tough!
Super Mario Odyssey revolutionizes 3D Mario with the capture mechanic that lets you possess almost anything with your hat companion, Cappy. Mario must stop Bowser from forcing Princess Peach into marriage by traveling across diverse kingdoms in his airship. Each kingdom feels like a completely different game. From the realistic New Donk City with its festival celebration to the spooky Luncheon Kingdom with its lava pools. Capturing enemies and objects gives you their unique abilities. Become a T-Rex to smash through blocks, turn into a bullet bill to fly across gaps, or possess a Goomba to stack with others. The movement system is the best in any 3D Mario, with incredible momentum and precise controls that make traversal pure joy. Power Moons replace stars as collectibles, with over 800 scattered throughout the kingdoms, encouraging exploration and experimentation. Post-game content adds even more challenging objectives. Its creativity and polish at their absolute peak, proving Mario games can still surprise us after decades. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild completely reinvented what an open-world game could be and earned its place as one of gaming's greatest achievements. Link awakens after 100 years to find Hyrule in ruins, with Princess Zelda trapped holding back Calamity Ganon at Hyrule Castle. What makes this revolutionary is the complete freedom. You can go anywhere you can see, climb any surface, and tackle challenges in any order you want. The physics and chemistry systems create endless experimentation. Fire spreads naturally, metal conducts electricity, and every element interacts logically with others. Combat encourages creativity over button mashing. You'll use the environment, physics, and your wits more than raw power. Weapon durability forces you to constantly adapt and try new tools instead of relying on one favorite sword. The world is filled with shrines that offer bite-sized puzzles and challenges, while 4 divine beasts serve as massive mechanical dungeons. Weather affects gameplay meaningfully, from rain making climbing difficult to lightning attracting metal equipment. It's a masterpiece that changed gaming forever. Every single game here got a perfect 10 out of 10 from me because they're not just great, they're unforgettable experiences that changed how I see what games can do. Which of these amazing games have you played? Did I miss any perfect 10 out of 10 games in your opinion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If this helped you discover your next favorite game, smash that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.